Sorry, Crystal, I walked away. Are you guys, did you need to speak to your client?
We're all set. I was just gonna get an adjourned PCC date. If I could speak to him briefly, if we're gonna have to waive the 21-day rule, I'll speak to him briefly.
He's the one that kept
Okay,
saying.
I will put you in the breakout room with your client and then I will give you a new date.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate
You
it.
are
Oh, so
welcome.
if you, wait, so if we don't have to do a formal waiver, then I'll just get another date. Just give me the other date.
Yep, are you good with that, Mr. Wheeler?
Yep, good by me.
Okay. What Wednesday's good for you guys?
Can we do, can I do Zoom again? Is that an option on a Wednesday?
It depends on what day you're choosing.
Okay, so give me one of the Zoom dates. That would be okay.
9/18, 9/25, 9/11, 18 or 25.
Let's do, because I had told him about 2 weeks, so we get, well, but then I might be still out. Can we do 9/18, Mr. Wheeler? Are you okay with that?
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay,
All right,
perfect,
so it's going to be September 18th at 8:45 with Judge Martin.
perfect.
All right. So
Thank you so
I will
much.
send out notice.
Thank you so much. You take care.
Thank you.
You too.
Thank you, Mr. Wheeler. Bye.
Hello. Crystal, what's up?
Hey, my assistant, um, brought to my attention how many things I have on the 18th as well. And then on the 25th, I'm already Judge Martin House Counsel. So is that would that be a Judge Martin day
The
for the
25th?
PCC?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so can we ask Mr. Wheeler? I'm sorry, Mr. Wheeler, I know it's a little bit further
Wait a minute.
out
I
from
don't know if
town.
he's still here.
Oh, okay. Oh,
No, he left. So you'll need to do you have his information?
I don't. No, I do not.
Okay. Let me see if I do.
Sorry, Heather. And then I'll just ask him. I thought he would be there all morning. Was it the only
No,
felony?
you're the only, yeah, you were the only one.
What?
Let me see if I can cut and paste this to you. Let me chat you. Yep. Okay. I'm sending you his phone number.
Perfect. And then I got it. And then I'll just call you and let you know.
All right. And actually, yeah, so call that and see if you can get a hold of him. Otherwise, I think he has a cell that's a weird number. If you need to call. All right. Otherwise, email him too.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Let me know if you don't get a hold of him.
Well, thank you. Bye.
Bye. Mr. Gagniak. I know. Did I say it wrong again?
No, it's Gagnick. No, it's spelled
Gagnick.
wrong.
Okay.
It should be N-I-C-K, but that's how it is.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, do you want to speak to Miss Ripley, the prosecutor for Mr. Dixon?
Yeah, I probably should, please.
All right, let me throw you guys in a breakout room. Where did she go? There she is.
And a breakout room at the right time when the jail shows.
All righty, I'll let them know you're ready. Hello, Crystal again.
Oh, my volume. Oh yeah, so he did not answer. I was not able to get a hold of him.
Let me see.
Man,
Send me your phone number, or let me see, make sure I have your number. Chat me your number.
Okay, perfect. That's
And
what I'll do.
and I'll have him call you because I'm gonna call him on his cell.
Perfect. This is my cell phone number, and I'm so sorry, Heather, and thank you
that's
for
fine.
everything. I appreciate you so much.
You're
All
good,
right, I sent it to you. Thanks a lot. I'm here in Wyandotte. I'm house counsel, so I gotta get moving. But I'm sorry, my assistant was right. She's like, "You're gonna be there already the following week, and you have like 10 things, Crystal." I'm like, "Thank you."
All right.
Any
Goodbye.
of us would do without our right hands. You know what I mean? Anyways, bye.
Goodbye,
Thank you.
Crystal.
Bye.
Hello, Patricia.
Good morning. How are you?
I am fine. Let's see. Now, who all do you have today, just so I'm aware?
I can confirm that with you in like 30 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Hi, Wayne County. Good morning. You have Mr. Hackney with you?
We do, and if I could just let the court know, our jail, our facility is, we are moving locations today. And
yes,
we do not have a lot of time with Mr. Hackney. If they call and say that his floor is moving, I'll have to hang up and
that is perfectly fine. But the attorney prosecutor are already here. They're already discussing, so it should be pretty quick. Thank you. Yep.
How's it going?
Good.
Madam Clerk, would I be able to be put in a breakout room with the prosecutor when they have
You sure can. So that's for Mr. Dunn.
Mr. Dunn?
Yep,
Yes.
he has a regular prosecutor. Okay. I'll throw you in with Mr. Mohammed.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Michelle, we're going in the courtroom. If you can take over for a few, please. Okay.
Thank you very much. Prosecutors go. Yeah, right.
Yeah, always to the closest to the what do you call it? Jury, because you have the final say.
He was trying to tell me that I was wrong. I knew it was that.
Not this courtroom, but this particular courthouse. Generally, they settle it down.
There is
Different courtrooms, because the prosecution always sits close to the jury.
Good morning. All right, appearances on the People versus Hackney.
Thank you, Judge. Good morning, Lady Lawrence, E70.
And good morning, Your Honor. Good morning to your fine staff. May it please this most honorable court. Edward Martell, P85051 on behalf of Mr. Hackney, we got you on. You can hear us all right?
Yep.
Thank you. Gentlemen, what do we got today?
Robert Cost Conference, we're back. Charge or issue. As the original charges were dismissed by the people. Our humble request, and I believe Brother Counsel is joining in on this for a referral to the forensic center as well as a independent psychiatric evaluation. Brother Counsel, you want to follow?
Judge, this case was scheduled for trial very recently at the Third Circuit Court. And the defense filed in April a notice for insanity, which obligates the court to refer Mr. Hackney to the forensic center for evaluation accordingly. That wasn't done initially, and the result was our inability to perform the trial because he was never evaluated for insanity. Why are we back here before you?
Good question.
Is a second matter that concerned Judge Christopher Blount in the Third Circuit Court. And he never liked the open murder charge, which is what's on the information. Particularly as 750.316-C reads in the code. So I told him we would amend the charge to first-degree murder instead of open murder. We were going to come back to the district court to do that. The judge did not want to send the case back to the district court to do that and delay Mr. Hackney's ability to get tested for competency and criminal responsibility. So the way we all worked it out, the cleanest way, and I apologize for burdening this court because of the way we worked it out, but was to reissue as a first-degree murder where he can be referred for his competency and criminal responsibility. And ultimately, we'll get back in front of Judge Blount with a first or second degree murder charge. And that's how we'll proceed forward. We'll have the criminal responsibility and the competency behind us.
All right, I made a note. We're going to refer him to forensic for both competency and responsibility. Anything else?
Mayor, how many questions are for the spirit of economy, in order for an independent psychological evaluation?
No. Because if I do that, somebody's going to try to get me to pay for it. Fair enough, Judge.
I don't have a budget for that.
Fair enough, Judge. Well, let me say, my client does have retained counsel, so he would be retaining his independent.
Then why do you need an order?
Well,
If you're gonna pay for it, why do you need an order from
I
me?
don't think he needed the independent. The court is ordering the competency and criminal responsibility referral to the forensic center. And it's not, and you can do the independent simultaneously.
well, the only way that we wouldn't be, nor the judge and I found this with our independent, should be psychologist or psychiatrist, is if our client is incarcerated. If they need to order him into the jail. If he's in the community, certainly we don't need to order him.
So you draft an order that says I order that he be made available for an independent. I'll do that.
Order him into the jail, but I will reserve that.
Yeah.
later.
You understand my concern? Yeah. I mean, I don't want to stand in the way of you getting your independent, but I also don't want to put this court on the hook for somebody to sentence. Anything else?
No, Judge, I just want to set some kind of a date. I know we don't know when
We
the,
usually just set an internal review date.
I would ask to, help me just issue a bond at this time.
All right. Let's make sure we're all on the same page. Has he been arraigned on this new? Yeah, he was arraigned on August 14th. So let's see what the bond was set at. I can't find a thing in this file about bond.
Judge, I believe he was remanded.
Okay. Okay. All right. Go ahead, gentlemen.
Thank you, Judge. It's just, if you want to report it to where bond is both two-pronged, flagrant against the community, I think there's no dispute as to flagrant, Judge. It's to danger, Judge. It was this honorable court that 3 years ago released my client on bond, my client who had no prior criminal conduct, no prior juvenile conduct, and after being evaluated by a psychologist, no signs of psychopathy, Judge, was released on a bond of 125,000, 10%, Judge. 2 years later, he voluntarily surrendered himself to the jail because he was having a mental health crisis. It was not predicated upon criminal conduct, another case, or any type of symptoms of danger related to that surrender. He did it on his own accord, knowing that he needed some help. Unfortunately, for the last year, Judge, he's been in the Wayne County Jail, has not received any mental health treatment. However, Dr. Atara Ramsky did evaluate him and found him to be competent, Judge. However, and based on what on her evaluation, Judge, again, this is a young man that has no signs of dangerousness, no concern, a very low risk of recidivism, no, this conduct, this isolated incident or alleged incident is atypical of his behavior. And within her report, Judge, which I would, at this time, would like to humbly submit to your honor, Mayor. Sure. Thank you.
No objection, counsel?
no.
Thank you.
Judge, everything that Dr. Atara Ramsky has found is this young man has pro-social behaviors. This was an isolated incident predicated upon extreme circumstances, and if released back into the community, there will be no signs of dangerousness, Judge. We have to name some professionals in this particular case. Now, this is a case that's 3 years old, again, dismissed because of some procedural issues, nonetheless, by the people who are back here, Judge. And I don't think we're all on the same page. This really is not an issue of premeditation. I believe that was even spoke to at the time that the proofs were put on the record as dismissal. This is going to be an issue for the honorable court is whether malice was presented. Now, this is a young man that, unfortunately, there was an unfortunate loss of life, but this is a young man that was fully cooperative, that actually called the police and stayed here, and was here to address it on the merits. He has not one but two retained counsels, and again, just we don't have to guess what he's going to do because he was out on bond for 2 years without incident. He was on home confinement. Judge, and when he had issues, he didn't act out. He surrendered himself to the authorities. So, Judge, what we're humbly asking for is a fair and reasonable bond so that this honorable court, he can get the treatment he needs within the community. Doesn't won't have to hold the system. If he's incarcerated, I'm confident that these evaluations are going to take a lot longer. He can get the mental health treatment he needs, Judge, and ultimately he can get the evaluations as well. We're humbly asking this honorable court for $100,000, 10% bond. Again, the original bond was $125,000, 10%. Judge, here we are 3 years later, and based on the proofs that have been put forth thus far, I don't see, and I don't think we're in any dispute on this, I don't see any premeditation. An issue is going to be malice. And again, our position is there's no malice when an individual ultimately calls the police and waits for the police to come because he's innocent, Judge, and he's prepared to put that, go forth his defense, Judge. So we're asking for $100,000, 10% bond.
Counsel.
Judge, the people would object to a change in the bond conditions at this time. The procedural history is that way back initially, you were the judge at the arraignment on the warrant. You had a 19-year-old with no criminal history in front of you, and you gave him a bond accordingly. The preliminary examination was held in front of Judge Green, and following the presentation of witnesses as well as arguments from the people as to multiple bond violations that we believe had been occurring, Judge Green remanded, following the examination, remanded the defendant. When Mr. Hackney was taken over to the circuit court, he was initially had a bond reinstated by Judge Morrow at the Third Circuit Court. But when the case was then transferred onto the docket of Judge Blount remanded Mr. Hackney again based on conduct where he was saying that he felt that his family was attempting to poison and kill him, and there was perception of danger on both sides. And with all of the mental issues, he was remanded by Judge Blount where he remained dead. So two different judges, Judge Green here after hearing the preliminary examination, and then Judge Blount at the Third Circuit Court after getting to experience Mr. Hackney, have both concluded that a remand is appropriate. This is a case where the next door neighbor saw everything, and the next door neighbor testified at the preliminary examination. The defense counsel, Mr. Martell, is correct. Mr. Hackney stayed on the scene and called 911 and admitted he had just shot his father. I would disagree with Mr. Martell as far as the proofs go to premeditation. We have charged that, and we'll see what happens. But in any event, it's at least a very solid second-degree murder case. And the defendant is pursuing an insanity defense at this point in time, or at least that's where we left out in the Third Circuit Court. As such, he's being referred for criminal responsibility, and Mr. Martell has also asked that this court refer him for competency. So the only fact that's changed since he's been remanded by multiple judges is that he would wants to have an insanity defense and work with the forensic center and the independent that would be hired accordingly. I think given that, it's all the more reason to keep him in custody, given the fact that he's going to be tested for competency, tested for criminal responsibility. Again, the facts are very strong in this case to prove. There's no question that he shot and killed his father, and there's been no defense ever put forward as of yet. They're exploring the insanity defense. We'll see how that goes. But I think given all of those factors, it's best for both the public safety as well as flight risk, but also just so that Mr. Hackney can get the help that he needs, that Mr. Martell has been saying that they've been wanting him to get. I think that's benefited with him remaining on the current bond status.
Has he gotten any help where he's at? Has he received any help where he's at?
No, because he hasn't been referred to the forensic center. But he'll be going to the forensic center upon the court's order.
Go ahead.
In response to your question, Judge, he's been in Wayne County Jail for a year. Again, yes, he was remanded in his request, which judge, even though he was having a mental health issue, ultimately, he is the one that alerted his support system and ultimately surrendered himself, Judge. And how can we say that that's an issue of dangerousness when he took it upon himself to surrender himself? The other thing is, and I don't believe I heard Brother Counsel highlight this or not, but there's been no criminal conduct, Judge. Whether it was a couple minor hiccups, neither one was related to dangerousness, Judge. So again, he was in the community for 2 years, Judge. Ultimately, going through the certain treatments, etc. He's been in jail for 1 year on his own accord and surrender and received zero treatment. Again, no new criminal conduct, Judge. But what's also important to notice, he was living with grandmother at that time, and again, mom and grandmother in the hallway. We're now asking Your Honor to release him to the care and custody of his mother, who resides in Dearborn Heights, not close to the place of incident one, but also which would circumvent any of those previous concerns as far as mental health crises. And again, would be under the care and treatment of Dr. Tara Abramsky. Again, Judge, very low recidivism, no issues of dangerousness, no issues of psychopathy. This is atypical to his behaviors. This is a licensed professional, which Your Honor has a report from, which is a risk analysis judgment. Based upon that, Judge Bond is appropriate.
So he was out for 2 years prior to the remand by Judge Green?
No, prior to the remand, to the current remand.
Okay.
A significant period of time, Judge. He was on home confinement, if I'm correct.
Well, I don't have a file to look at the ROA, so you guys tell me. How much time did he spend out on bond with no problems?
I'd have to bring up the ROA, which I can do here, Judge. Can I speak to one thing, as far as this, change from grandma's house to mom's house?
I don't think it's necessary now because unless I give him a bond, it's angels dancing on the head of a pin.
Yeah, I agree. I follow what you're saying. There was, and this was put forth before Judge Green, at the conclusion of the preliminary examination. There were multiple incidences that were assaultive in nature involving Mr. Hackney the last time he was out and the last time he was with his mom. And I haven't gotten a follow-up as of this morning, but it's also my understanding that there may be weapons at that house. And so on a separate issue, which I don't know if we'll need to get to it, but on a separate issue, I would have a problem with him staying at that house. I can bring on the ROA, but I'm not sure the ROA will show the bond. What do you think?
So my memory of when this went down back 3 years ago now, I guess it was, is that between the arraignment and the preliminary exam with Judge Green, there were a number of allegations about threats or statements made to family members and so on and so forth, which is one of the things that led her to remand the defendant. Is that an accurate memory I'm having?
She said, Judge, I don't believe that.
I'm not suggesting there was a hearing on any of it.
If there was a hearing on it, Judge Green saw, it wasn't he said, she said, it was all on video, multiple incidents, it's multiple police reports. One involving an assault at a fast food restaurant, one involved, which I believe his family was convicted of, his mother and his sister, and he was present during that. Another involving him being in a vehicle, with several other individuals, and they were pointing a allegedly fake gun out the window at passing, cars. And then another one was police report that came up for an assault or threats that were made at a school during pickup or drop off, something like that. So those were put forth before Judge Green as well as the compelling evidence in our case. And so Judge Green remanded and based on no prior history, because he was 19 years old at the time of the events, Judge Morrow changed it and I don't know how soon after, Judge, I apologize, I'm looking that up, but Judge Blount has heard, this is the fourth set of attorneys Mr. Hampton's had. Each set of attorneys comes in and the first thing they do is to file the bond motion, and that bond motion is denied. And that's what I think is.
I've heard enough, fellas. I'm gonna leave the bond as it is. Thank you. We got nobody else comes. Division 2, we're all set. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
We just do it internally so we don't lose the file. Same here. Harpreet Najjar. Did I say it right? Come on up, gentlemen.
Especially the regular pre-trial waiting, and understanding you start bringing from these dollars a resolution to a civil infraction. The misdemeanor being dismissed upon providing proof of registration. We are pleading as charged as to that civil infraction.
Okay, I'm confused. What civil infraction is he pleading to? Okay. Oh, is there another file? Ah, okay. All right. So he's going to plead to the B file. We're going to dismiss the A file, which is a misdemeanor. Okay, I got you. All right. And Mr. Najjar, I'm assuming that's okay with you? All right. And fines and costs on the overweight, $566. Can we take care of that today, gentlemen? Okay, go downstairs. The cashier will smile when she takes your money. Anything else, counsel? Enjoy your day, gentlemen.
Judge, can we call, Dellen? He's the attorney.
People versus, oh, done? I don't have a file up here.
Gagnet for Dixon.
Eugene Dixon.
Actually, in person, the attorney's on Zoom.
Counsel, your appearance for Dixon.
Brian Gagnick, sir, Neighborhood Defender Service, P 64220.
Thank you. Mr. Dixon, give me your name, please. Thank you. Counsel, what are we doing for Mr. Dixon today?
Your Honor, we're going to ask to set a preliminary examination date, please. I did speak with Madam Prosecutor this morning.
October 2nd or October 9?
One moment, sir. I'll take number 2.
The 9th?
I'll take 2nd.
How about 12 o'clock?
I accept.
That works for
All
the
right.
people, Judge. Thank you. And just for the record, it's, oh, may I place my appearance?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Tina Ripley on behalf of the people, P83688.
All right. We'll give Mr. Dixon a paper notice.
October 2nd, 12 p.m.
Done.
Thanks.
Thank
Just
you,
have a
Judge.
seat. We'll give you some paper. Eric, is it Gelnut? Did I say it right? You want to wait for Mr. Bowditch? That's fine. Nobody else ready yet?
Oh, who are you on, Miss Elias? Waiver.
Mitchell,
Thank you, come on.
come on up. Is that Curtis?
Yeah.
All right. Counsel, your appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. 39 candidate for attorney record 23 games along representing Mr. Mitchell this morning. Mr. Mitchell, say your name.
My name is Curtis Mitchell.
Good morning.
And we will be waiving the preliminary exams this morning, Your Honor.
All right. I got a bunch of misdemeanor stuff for warrants too. Can you give me dates for all
I
those?
think I did.
Are they in there?
Oh, it's money.
Oh, cool. Beautiful. All right, we'll get to those in just a minute, Mr. Mitchell. All right, so Mr. Mitchell, have you discussed with your attorney or attorneys your rights and options? You understand those?
Yes.
You understand the purpose for a preliminary exam? And you understand that by waiving the exam, the file gets sent downtown for your next court date, not here at the district court level. Understanding all of that, are you waiving your exam? And are you doing so freely and voluntarily? Counsel, are you satisfied with the waiver?
Yes.
All right, so am I. I'll enter the waiver. AOI date is going to be 2 weeks from today. What will that be, Joe?
2 weeks from today, Judge, will be
9 a.m. on the 11th. Just trying to keep him on his toes. And counsel, I'm going to need your signature and your client's.
I'm not sure if it's the total.
Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. All right, and I'm done with it. You can give it back to Heather. I hate paper clips on the outside of files. All right,
We're ready at Malcolm.
Malcolm.
Waldron.
Yeah, one at a time. Don't confuse me. All right, Mr. Mitchell, I've got an allow unlicensed driver, a speeding ticket, a registration or plate charge, no proof of insurance, failed to display valid license, equipment violation, and throwing objects from a car. One of them you need a date, and the rest of them you owe us money. So let's get you the date on the ones you need a date on. Then we can talk about money on the other ones. So registration or plate misdemeanor, we're going to set you up for a pretrial on September 19 at 10:30 in the morning. That's with Judge Green. So that's going to be Zoom.
At 10:30.
Yeah. And then we'll do the same date and time for a drove while license not valid. The first file is from November 22 and the second file is from July of 22. So that is 9/19, 10:30. And I'm going to put you on a personal bond on those two files.
Can you tell me what the misdemeanor is for?
Yeah, drove while license not valid or improper license, and registration or plate violation, both misdemeanors. So Mr. Mitchell, on these two files, your bond conditions are as follows. First bond condition, stay out of trouble, no new charges. Second condition, show up either in person so we can put you on our Zoom room or show up on a screen. You understand those conditions? Can you abide by those rules? Would you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000 on each of those two files for a total of $2,000 if you screw up bond? Any questions? You put your hand down. Are you working?
Yeah, do, any driver and all that stuff.
All right, probably pretty busy right now. All right, so can you commit to some kind of regular payment plan for us? So much per month, maybe? All right, can you take care of that before you leave the building? No try, just go down and tell them how much you want to pay and when you want to start. All right? Get that done so we got you on paper for, get these closed out. Counsel, any questions?
Thank you.
Good luck. And then you want to do Malcolm. Can I get started with Malcolm now? Or you want me to wait for you?
This one, because already one. This is the only one who's recorded.
Oh, Miss Elijah.
Sorry.
I misread the file. One of those two misdemeanors is already in the queue for money.
Oh.
So that's the drove license. There is no report date on it.
Okay. Is the registration plate?
Correct.
Thank you.
Yep. I can call Malcolm.
Please.
People versus Keith, Malcolm.
Morning, Judge. Glenn with NDSBA 3424, turning on behalf of Mr. Malcolm, who's present via Zoom. Mr. Malcolm, please state your name.
Keith Malcolm.
All right. Where is, there he is. Mr. Malcolm, if you've got a camera, go ahead and activate it. If you don't, we can do without it. Mr. O, what are we doing today?
Judge, we have both paper and digital discovery. We are requesting an exam date.
October 2nd or October 9th, Counselor?
1 second, Judge.
Sure. Mr. Malcolm, you should always put on a shirt before you come to court.
Oh, sorry about that. I apologize.
Judge, we'll take October 9th.
October 9th? How about 11:15 in the morning?
That works, Judge. Thank you.
All right, I will continue bond. Mr. Malcolm?
Yes, sir.
That is live, October 9th, my courtroom, 11:15.
October
Understood?
What? Yes.
October 9th.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right. Anything else, Mr. O?
No, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. And Mr. O, you're also up representing Hunter Waldron, correct?
That's correct, Judge.
Mr. Waldron, can you hear me all right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel, what are we doing for Mr. Waldron?
Likewise for Mr. Waldron, we have paper discovery and digital discovery. We're requesting an exam date.
Same date and time, 11:15, 9/5 on the 9th of October.
Thank you, Judge. That works.
Mr. Waldron, you got that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I will continue bond for you as well, sir. Mr. Waldron, it looks like you owe us some money on a equipment violation ticket.
Can you?
You got a hearing? Looks like you got a hearing coming up on that, September 9. Drove while license suspended charge and an equipment violation. You know about that hearing date?
No, I do not. I do now, though, Your Honor.
Looks like we got you scheduled for an arraignment pretrial. Is that right, Heather? September 9? I think, am I reading that right?
September 9th at 9.
Yeah, so it's 9:20 on September 9th. So that's a lot of nines. 9 at 9:20 on Zoom with Magistrate Hinman. You got that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck on that one. Mr. O, anything else?
Not on Mr. Waldron, Judge, but I do have one
All right.
more.
Who are you ready on next?
I'm ready on Mr. Kerry Wynn, but he's in the Washtenaw County Jail, so I think we're waiting for him. It's scheduled for 9:45.
Okay, so we're gonna just leave you hanging out for us, right?
Judge, yep.
Okay. Who's Dunn's attorney?
Sorry.
Wayne County Jail?
Great call from Mr. Mohana, who has not spoken to her.
Okay.
I have him speaking now. Mr. Gagnon's waiting for Wayne County to switch his people around.
Madam Clerk, good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Corporal. How are you?
Very well, sir. Madam Clerk, besides Mr. Dunn on camera 3, I have Asafu, Gaw, and Olivo.
Yeah,
You need-
Mr. Gagnon needs a sock.
Do we have Asafu?
What was the name, sir?
Asafu? Is that
Yes,
the
I
one?
do have him.
Okay, we're trying to put him in a breakout room with Mr. Gagnon, his attorney.
Okay, I'll switch him out.
Thank you.
Grab a pencil, paper.
How come we got a jailer scheduled at 9:30? I thought we always had a.
Because when they give them tether or whatever, and if they don't get released.
Oh. Who was the other one that Lavache had? Did you catch that one?
He also has at 9:30. He had, or 9:45, Gaw and Olivio. And Gaw, which, can you ask Jeff to jump on, he's got to jump on Zoom for these guys.
In the Olivio?
Yeah, at 9:45.
Heather,
Yeah.
are we gonna do Mr. Wynn? Judge, he's at Washington County, but he was set at 8:30.
Who's that?
Mr. Wynn for Mr. O, but they notoriously don't show up on Zoom.
And they sent a response that they would be
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, but he wants to set it for exam.
But if he thought it was at 9:30, we might be waiting until 9:30.
Right. Mr. O, do you need your client to set this for an exam?
Judge,
He's
they
never-
didn't bring him over for the last PCC, and I would like Mr. Wynn present because.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm just trying to move you on with your day if you can. So I'm perfectly okay with you occupying that space on my screen. Gilnet. I'm ready on Gilnet.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bobbitt appearing on behalf of Mr. Gilman. Your Honor, today's the date class of Raymond in waiting on the really stand. Subject to court approval. In that agreement, Mr. Gilman pleading guilty with the charge of an ignition device violation. He was actually driving a car that didn't have an ignition device, driving his fiance's car. He didn't realize that he was only limited in life in his own vehicle,
Okay.
which was not running. So,
Whose order is he under for the ignition? Is that a probation order or through the Secretary of State?
Skipper, I can support Your Honor.
Okay, all right. So you've already talked to the judge over there?
Yes.
you're on solid footing with the Veterans Court. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
They just have not, and I'm paying.
But you pleading guilty to this is not going to screw you up in
I
Veterans.
don't think so, Your Honor, that I know of, because me and you talked about this like a month ago, you said it's probably gonna come back.
Right.
And I'm even this is a full situation because I can pull over Saturday about being here, and he's telling me my license. That I'm cold, I'm in my. So I'm confused, I'm gonna try to handle this on my own outside here.
All right. So here, I'll go ahead and take this deal. But when you're done with Taylor probation?
Yes, I did, or I'm sorry, Dearborn, I apologize, it was Dearborn.
Okay. But 28th is stuff. Okay. Where were you in Veterans Court?
Dearborn.
Okay. That's 19th District. Okay. So they've closed that probation out. Okay. All right. So obviously this can't hurt your probation. Okay. All right. So you've discussed your rights and options. You understand those? You understand the possible penalty for this charge? Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
All right. June 20, 2024, tell me what happened. Well, you voir dire and get my facts.
On that day, you driving, in Belleville,
Yes,
were you in a vehicle that was not yours?
yes,
Does your vehicle have an ignition device?
yes,
So in essence, you were driving a vehicle without an ignition device after someone had told you you need to drive with an ignition device.
yes.
That's
Right. And was that a Secretary of State order or only probation order through 19th District Court?
I'm not sure.
it might be a secretary.
I think it's Secretary of State.
Because, it goes for a year, it's 4 months in.
Dearborn wasn't even sure, I had a company, collections, I got a lawsuit, they violated, they suspended my license for not paying them. I got on the payment plan, I got it on, suspended.
Here's my concern though. This is going to go on your record. That means Secretary of State's going to know you violated their order.
It is under a deferred status.
I think
I'm not even sure how this is working, Your Honor, because like I said, I'm coming back in a couple of weeks, you know, another one.
If it's, I'm not sure there'd be action, because there would be a conviction.
I don't know if they'll find out about it or not. I just want to know, I want him to know if they do find out about it, he's screwed on his license. Or likely to be.
But I don't know if it would be abstracted, if it's in a deferred status.
Under 771, do you know if it goes to Secretary of State or not?
Are you telling, if we take this under 771, only if you direct us not to, otherwise, yes, it is abstracted. Because we usually don't keep driving offenses under 771.
I can make a note that our clerks don't abstract it.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So you work in, well, facts. I need my facts. Did you give me my facts yet? Oh, you did. All right. Are you working in where?
Yes. Shipping clerk, supervisor, everybody engineer solutions instantly.
What do they ship?
We do parts for Volvo, Mac, Ford.
How long have you been there?
Almost.
Full time?
Waiting.
Okay. Anything else I should consider?
Brand big.
Congrats.
Because, 2 weeks, it'll be 6 months.
Congratulations.
If you look at my past and view there, ever since he came home and I know about him, it's been different, so.
It's supposed to be life changing.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll delay sentence for 8 months. During that time period, you stay out of trouble. Court costs are assessed the amount of $300. Can you pay that today or do you need a payment plan? Oh, you're on a payment plan. Payment's supposed to start September 10? Or payment's supposed to be made September 10. So go downstairs and add this 3 into your payment plan. All right. Any questions? Good luck.
Thank you.
8 months. Next from. Are we ready on done? Jamin Dunn?
John is not.
Brought that to me. It's I think
Good
he's on
morning,
Zoom.
Your Honor. There's a plea offer on this case, so I am just waiting to be put in a breakout room to discuss it with Mr. Dunn.
Okay.
After a suffer.
Oh, Dunn's on jailer? Yes. Okay. All right. We got a bottleneck at the jail council. We'll get him into a breakout room with you as soon as we can.
We can do a.
Understood. Thank you. Also, I do have a preliminary exam at 9:30, so I may have to hop off for a moment, but I'll return.
Okay. All right. Counsel, are you ready on Jeffrey Asafu?
Yes, sir.
Your appearance, please.
Brian Gagnick, sir, Neighborhood Defender Service, P64220.
All right. Mr. Asafu, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Thank you. Counsel, what are we doing?
Set us an examination date, sir. I'm not sure if he's going to be released from custody.
Okay.
I'll represent, I can do the 4th in the afternoon, but that's going to be my first day at the new courthouse. So I don't know how that's going to go with my circuit matters. I'm also available on the 11th before noon.
I don't have the 4th. I got the 2nd. I got the 9th.
Got it. Hold on one second, sir.
This is
I'm not available too. Court said the 9th.
Yes, October 9, October 2nd. Those are my options.
Oh, then, sir, I'll follow along with October 2 because I have another matter at noon in your court.
Let's schedule this one as well as noon.
I'll take it. Thank you.
All right. Mr. Sufu, October 2nd, 12 noon. Got it? Okay. Do you have any questions? No questions? Okay. You're all set. Thank you, counsel.
Thank you.
Communications. She waited till 10:15. She had a client at 9:45.
Your Honor, Madam Clerk, I have Dunn, Gall, and Olivo.
Done. Ready for a breakout?
Yeah.
We need Dunn so we can stick him in a breakout room, Corporal. Thank you.
What was the name again, Your Honor?
Done.
Thank you.
Here's Carrie Wynn from Washington County.
No.
Do you want to put them in a breakout room, Michelle?
Yeah. Where'd he go?
Client yet?
That's Mr. O. Let's wait for him.
Oh.
Right?
Now we're ready and done.
All right. Counsel, your appearance for Mr. Jamin Dunn, please.
If she's.
Oh, we
Good
lost
morning,
her.
Your Honor.
Okay.
Paulina Montez, P87105.
Are you ready, counsel?
I still need to be put in a breakout room to
Oh,
talk
I'm
with
sorry.
Mr. Dunn.
Okay, I thought you were ready. Get you in a
No,
breakout
sorry.
room.
Thank you.
Michelle, can you shuffle
Yep.
Mr. Dunn and counsel into a breakout?
Yep.
Thanks.
Is Asafu still here? Yeah, I'm not on him. Yes, 11 a.m. With Judge Oakley. Yeah. That's surely up to them. It'll be at 11 a.m. Hopefully right around then, but yeah, that's fine. I mean, if somebody's here, they can be here. Yeah, so it'll be at 11 a.m. So either Zoom or whatever. Bye.
Heather, on when you made some notes for pretrial and a misdemeanor, September 19th. Is that with TBG?
Are those Van Buren's?
Yeah.
I think it was Judge Martin.
Good morning, Mr. Duncan. Who you got? Atkins?
Yes.
Thank you. Did you pick a Wednesday? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tell Mr. Atkins that we're gonna do it on September 11th. We'll send him a notice. Mr. Atkins, unmute. There you
Yes,
go.
sir. Yes,
I've
sir.
got Mr. Duncan in my courtroom. We're gonna adjourn this until September 11th. We'll mail you a notice.
Okay, Your Honor. Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, that'll be with Judge Green. That'll be Zoom.
Okay, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
All right, enjoy your day.
Okay.
Yay. No problem, Mr. Duncan.
You try to do that when it's early as you can.
9:15, but I mean, if you guys both get there, Jennifer, you'll take it early.
That's fine.
There you go.
Thank you. Have a great day. Have a great holiday.
You too. Mr. Bowditch, you got somebody ready?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
He's gonna be for golf and the other one after John.
Olivia.
If you in person, you can keep going until we're ready for you. Let you know. Because there's two out here, there's two in custody that you'll be speaking to, but they're not on camera yet.
Oh, so you want me to just keep talking to people here?
Yes, please.
Okay, just let me know.
Yep.
Man, there's something wrong with that Hackney file. It's kicking around for 3 years. They have something wrong.
Little bell.
No. I was like, I don't think that's right. No, that was Steers. Those Steers. I can't remember the name of the one ever, but I don't feel it's Hackney.
Was it Winnie?
Well, you know, actually, I think it was. I think because the guy that Wingate's the one that just closed the bell on Main Street, but I think he did like that. I think they from London. I don't remember that many. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I don't remember.
They can make money sometimes.
Yeah.
Mr.
Mr. O, you got anything?
We are ready on Mr. Wynn, but I think we might address bond. Is a prosecutor required for that?
Yeah. We'll tell Muhammad. I'm assuming he's the prosecutor on Wynn. So, yeah, either way, whatever's easier for him, we're gonna have a bond discussion. Yes. Counsel, what is the bond?
It's $100, and we asked for a nominal bond so we can accrue credit. But I guess we're not technically addressing bond on the felony case.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll wait. Just so you know, we've also got a couple other files for Mr. Wynn, a couple misdemeanors I'm gonna give him a pretrial date on. And then an equipment violation, we'll set it for a review so we can get him on some kind of payment plan or something. So.
I'll wait for Mr. Muhammad to get into the courtroom. So
Okay.
Engaging in next part.
Well, what are we gonna do? We're gonna do something besides ask for a bond reduction, right?
We're correct.
What are we gonna do?
We're requesting an exam date. We
can do that while we're waiting for Mr. Muhammad to get in. I've already given you, I think, a couple on the 9th, was it? Or did we give you October 2nd?
October 9th.
All right, so I think I already gave you two at 11:15. How about we do this one at 11:30?
That works.
Mr. Nguyen, I know you're muted. Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear us. We're going to set your exam at October 9, 11:30.
You tell Mohammed to get on Zoom.
Mohammed, he's gonna Zoom it. Thank you.
Also, Mr. Nguyen, we've got two files, misdemeanor files from Van Buren Township that go back to 23 and 22. One is interfering with police. One is possession of narcotics paraphernalia. I'm going to set you up for those pre-trials by Zoom on September 19th at 10 a.m. Thumbs up if you understand that.
And Judge,
All
can I
right.
actually be heard on that issue?
Sure.
Mr. Mohammed, can you hear me?
You're muted, Mr. Mohammed, and those misdemeanors are not Mr. Mohammed's, they're local.
Understood, Judge.
Go ahead.
Mr. Nguyen is actually expected to be released to the Battle Creek VA.
Great.
Next week, which is September
Awesome.
3rd. But the misdemeanors in front of your honor are holding him up because he's currently has a bond on all three of those.
I'm going to put him on a personal bond on these two.
Today, Judge?
Yeah, right now.
Okay, so Mr. Nguyen, they're not going to hold you up.
Yeah. So on both those Van Buren files, I'm going to put him on a personal bond.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Mr. Nguyen, I know you're muted once again. Give me a thumbs up if you agree to a $1,000 personal bond. Counsel, you satisfied with that?
I am, Judge. Thank you.
All right. So on both those files, September 19, 10 a.m. And if you're in treatment and you can't Zoom that day, just let us know ahead of time. Treatment's more important than that misdemeanor pretrial. All right. So Mr. Mohammed, on the felony file, we've set a exam date for October 9, 11:30. Current bond is $100 cash, correct, Mr. O?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay, and Mr. Mohammed, Mr. O is just getting ready to make an argument. Counsel, go ahead.
Wait, just to confirm, so the bond's at $100 and he's addressing bond?
I am. In speaking with Mr. Nguyen, we asked for a nominal bond so he can accrue credit while he's waiting for a bed at the VA in Battle Creek. It's come to my attention that Mr. Nguyen may not have $100 in his commissary. Can we reduce that to $1? So when the bed is available, he can just post $1 and be released.
How about a personal bond?
We asked for a cash bond so we can accrue.
Credit time served. Mr. Nguyen, do you have $1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Here we go. All right. I've only been doing this for 25 years and I have never set a bond for $1. Never. So Mr. Nguyen, you're my first.
And Judge, I would object for the record, and largely because the defendant is a habitual offender. This is the fourth offense notice, so he's committed the crime multiple times. I believe he could.
And for the record, your objection is noted.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, so the only other thing we've got is that civil infraction you owe money. We're just going to set that for a review on September 19th, which I did not write. Civil infraction. All right, Mr. O, anything else?
No, Judge, thank you.
Mr. Nguyen, good luck in treatment. Make me proud.
Thank you, sir.
I'm sorry, Madam Clerk. Can I have a breakout room with Mr. Nguyen before he signs off?
Yeah.
People versus Turner, Derek Turner. Counsel, come on up and give me your appearance. And he was scheduled today at 8:45 for a probable cause conference. It's now 9:40, so 55 minutes late. No contact?
I don't know if I successfully gave Mr. Turner information.
Okay. All right, and I've got a note that I don't know how. I'm sure there's a story I'd like to hear, but it says he's absconded from Wayne County Jail.
I have no information regarding him.
It's in the system and it's on the site saying that it's not matter and he has had a personal bond with us the whole time and he's never heard to absolutely none of his hearings. When he was given notice to July.
So he was in the jail for somebody else.
And then July 31st, we gave him notice.
Okay. All right, so we'll put him in the bench warrant pile unless he shows up by end of docket.
Your Honor, we did have a discovery issue of this case. I don't know if it no.
I don't want to have a discovery conversation without the prosecutor, so. Mr. Mohammed, are you still online or not?
Yes, Judge, I am.
Okay, on the Derek Turner file, counsel has a discovery issue. Go ahead, counsel.
So, Your Honor, I am aware actually that Mr. Mohammed has attempted to request the discovery that's missing from the officer in charge in this case. This case was filed, it was charged the day after it allegedly occurred in October of 2022. And the police report, according to both our readings, indicates that there should be body worn camera and security camera that the police both viewed and preserved. The only digital discovery that preserved in this case is the interrogation video, according to email that the OIC sent to Mr. Mohammed. My understanding of the law is that this is still a discovery violation because obviously there's an obligation to preserve the discovery in pending criminal matters. And it's quite perturbing to me that in a case of directly outright occurred, it's only been pending for 2 years. The majority of digital discovery, including parts that would allege to directly show the would, if after the description police correct, directly show the alleged events and be able to identify an individual who did where it's missing. So I would like to be correct that.
Okay. All right, record has been made. Mr. Mohammed, anything to add?
Yes, Judge. So I would agree that the investigator's report does reflect a body worn camera, I believe, and then there's another video that talks about how the video shows the suspect fleeing from the scene as well as the driver of the vehicle. I did reach out to the OIC for those videos, and the response is that the officer did check the archive for the body worn camera system and the surveillance video, but it couldn't be obtained. And then he wrote to me, I am guessing that Officer Moon watched the video at the hotel. Officer Moon works for another department now. And then he said in another sentence that there was a note by another detective saying that the interview was the only video available. So the only video that they have, or they, to my knowledge, only have, was turned over and we sent it to defense. In regard to the other videos, I don't have an explanation.
Okay. All right. And obviously, I'm not going to argue this today. I don't know why we're spending a lot of time on a motion that's not filed. So look around, see if I have time for it. I don't. Oh, that's a bench hold.
Thank you.
Weinberg, we ready? Good morning, counsel. Good morning. What do we got?
Your Honor, I believe you have a resolution in this case. Defendant will plead guilty to count 1 domestic violence pursuant to MCL 769.4A. Defendant will be sentenced to 1 year probation, no contact complaint with minors. Defendant must complete batteries and prevention, and substance abuse evaluation, and any recommended treatment, any other terms and conditions ordered by the court.
That's correct.
Yeah, I don't do that though. I'll take a guilty plea. I'll refer for a pre-sentence investigation. I'll take all that as a sentencing recommendation, but based on the PSI, that's going to be the way I sentence. So if both parties are okay with that, we'll move forward. Madam Prosecutor.
Judge, in that case, just to clarify, if the PSIR comes back as something different than the terms and conditions in the current plea offer, people are able to withdraw the offer, correct?
Not after I take a plea. I don't think there's anything that allows that.
Judge, may I step out for a minute and consult with the supervisor?
Sure.
Thank
Can
you.
we approach the judge on this?
Sure.
Sorry, I'm deputy. I'm highly trained professional. Relax. Don't worry. The other one is your meeting.
I can tend to because you're.
I'm here.
You're.
Perfect. All right. Let me know, want me to join. So.
Yeah, it should be pretty soon because we're gonna do a plea offer on the guy and then they're gonna switch seats.
Oh, I think, I think that we have a business by well.
It is at 9:45, you're gone.
I've never spoken with him.
You might not, they want, they will, they're appointed at night, they were probably arraigned, and they're in custody. You want this for the 10-2 as well? Say it doesn't.
Well, I see it doesn't have those two domestic.
Okay. So would it be better to test? I don't know, she's never gonna go into the
I can't do cops.
Yes, but I can't. Mohammed has one, she has one. The first one, Gaw, is Olivia is Mohammed's. Sorry. You're welcome.
Yeah, do you mind if I do stuff out? Because I didn't want to get this work. I just bring stuff out. Thank you.
So everything should be done.
Once again, Ms. Manorak, maybe you have the authority to do that. I've never seen it. So I'm always willing to be educated. Just have a seat. Anything ready?
Done, if she's not in her exam. Miss Montez was supposed to.
Yeah, I think she's gone.
No, she's still on.
Oh, there she is, yeah. Ms. Montez, can we take care of Dunn?
Yes, I'm back. I believe we're ready on done.
All right, your appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Paulina Montez, PH 7105.
All right, I've got a plea agreement. If I understand it correctly, he's going to plead guilty to the original count 2, misdemeanor drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied, and an added misdemeanor count of use of cocaine. Count 1, the felony would be dismissed. Is that an accurate reading of the agreement?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. And if I'm not mistaken, use would be a 2-year misdemeanor? Or is that a 1-year?
I believe it's a 1 year if I'm not mistaken.
All right. Okay. So Mr. Dunn, did you get a chance to discuss your rights and options with counsel?
Good morning, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
And did you understand those rights and the options presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand, sir, the possible penalty for the added count 1 and the original count 2?
Yes, Your Honor.
And understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty to those charges?
Yes, Your Honor. I plead guilty.
Counsel, I'm looking at an incident date of April 7, 2019. If you would be so kind as to voir dire so I can get the facts.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Dunn, on or about April 17, 2019, did you have police contact? Mr. Dunn, could you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
And was that in the area of southbound I-275 in South Huron, in Huron Township?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were driving a vehicle?
Yes.
And you had a bag of cocaine in the vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
And you knew it was cocaine?
Yes.
And it was yours?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, I'm sorry. Okay, I believe that's all, Your Honor.
Was your license suspended, revoked, or denied at the time?
No.
At some point. Pardon me?
No, Your Honor.
I'm going to have trouble accepting a plea to that charge then, which is what the plea agreement was.
Yes, Mr. Dunn. One of the misdemeanors is to driving with license suspended.
I'm sorry. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
So on April 7, 2019, if the paperwork said you were suspended, do you have any reason to dispute that?
No, Your Honor.
Counsel, are you satisfied?
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
Is he in custody on this file or other files or both?
He's in custody on this case. He has a $500 bond on this case.
All right. That he could not post.
That's correct.
How long have you been in custody on this file, Mr. Dunn?
Your Honor, I've been in custody for 2 weeks.
All right, counsel, let's do this. I'm going to refer him for a probable, or excuse me, for a pre-sentence investigation.
Okay, I know that because he is in custody, where we're wondering if it would be possible to do immediate sentencing today.
I'd rather let him out on a personal so we can do a pre-sentence investigation.
Okay, that works for me.
All right. Mr. Dunn, I'm looking at you. You look like an intelligent guy, so I think you're probably smart enough to know that if you don't show up for probation after I let you out so you can go to probation, I'm not going to be happy.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
All right. So I've got an address of 554 Belmont in Toledo. Is that a good address?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your
I've got
Honor.
a 241-2544 phone number. Is that accurate?
Yes, Your Honor.
How about an email? Do you have one?
Yes. I believe it's Think Smarter 419 @gmail.com.
Hold on. I'm getting a lot of background noise. Did you say Think Smarter?
Yep, Think Smarter 419 @gmail.com. Or actually, I think it's Think Smarter 2023 @gmail.com. I believe it's 2023. I think 419 is my cash app. So Think Smarter 2023.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put you on a personal bond.
Yes,
the
sir.
probation department's going to reach out to you and schedule for you to come in for an interview. Based on that interview, they're going to put together a report for sentencing and a recommendation for sentencing. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then you and I will meet in person with Ms. Montez and we'll have a sentencing. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
In the meantime, your personal bond is conditioned on 2 things. Number 1, you stay out of trouble. Number 2, you cooperate with probation so I can get you back in here for sentencing.
All right. Yes, Your Honor.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court amount of $1,000 if you screw up that bond?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Counsel, did we miss anything?
There is just one thing, if I may. There is a GPS tether condition on the bond. I know that would delay him in being released from the jail, so I would ask for the removal because I don't believe
It will be removed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We'll do the paperwork for that ASAP.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you're all set, Mr. Dunn.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day. Thank you, Mr. Montez. Okay.
Did you hear that? We got to get rid of the tether.
Your Honor, what date is set for sentencing?
My probation department will reach out to you and schedule that, counsel.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Have a good one.
You as well. Yes, Corporal.
We have Dennis Gaw and Ishmael Olivo.
Gaw needs to go in a breakout room with Mr. Bowditch.
What's right?
Yes, sir.
So, Lord, it is Emily Elijah. He's in federal custody, so he's on Zoom.
We ready on Ward, Miss Elijah?
Who?
Ward.
They haven't jumped on yet. Okay, I just think they'll remind her that it is. Oh, he's here. Just jump on.
There we go.
It's a motion hearing, so.
Mr. Mohammed. Why don't you see if you can find him?
Yeah.
Are we ready on Beck? What are we doing?
Raymond and Examway.
Come on up. Your appearance, counsel.
Yeah, this is for Doug Molkoff, PD 33252, representing Mr.
Thank you. Thank you. And Mr. Beck, have you discussed your rights and the options those rights give you with counsel?
Yes.
You understand all those? And you understand the purpose for a preliminary exam?
Yes.
You understand that a waiver means the file is going to be sent downtown for your next court date?
Yes.
Not at the district court level where you currently stand?
Yeah.
Understanding all of that, are you waiving the exam freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Counselor, are you satisfied?
I am.
AOI date is 2 weeks out, gentlemen, September 11th, 9 a.m. I'm gonna need signatures, council, and I'm gonna give you the paperwork in just a second. Joe. Signatures, and then to Heather. Good luck downtown, gentlemen.
Judge notes, we stand mute, ask for the not guilty plea.
Already taken care of. I'm gonna jump ahead.
Okay. Yeah.
You're welcome. Yeah, Weinberg, we're waiting on that. That's right. Miss Mohammed, Miss Elijah. I got Miss Elijah in the courtroom on the Byron Ward matter. Motion to dismiss. You're muted.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mohammed on behalf of the people, PA 6771.
Emily Elijah, PA 5039, on behalf of Mr. Ward, who's present as Zoom in custody. Mr. Ward, please say your name.
Brian Ward.
All right. All right, Miss Elijah, your motion.
Thank you, Your Honor. You can see my written brief.
I am.
I'm sorry, Judge. I can't hear the defense attorney, so I'm just going to come into the courtroom.
Come on in. Come on in. Mr. Bobich.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you have a chance to talk to both Olivio and Gaw?
I spoke with Mr. Gaw, not Mr. Olivio yet.
Mr. Olivio is the next guy.
All right. So you want us to put you back in a breakout so you can talk to Olivio?
Please, if I could, Judge.
Just Jeff, you can just go back in because you're already assigned to it.
He doesn't know how to do it.
Oh my
God. And then we have to bring Gaw out and ask them to put Olivio on the screen. Or Jeff, when you get in there, ask them to put Olivio on screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Let me know when you're ready, Mr. Muhammad.
Thank you.
All right. Counsel?
Thank you, Your Honor. Defense moves to dismiss this matter for the failure to preserve discovery, specifically the in-car video of the Michigan State Police trooper who pulled Mr. Ward over. Just for some factual background, Mr. Ward was arrested on May 8th, 2020. 2 years and 363 days later, on May 3rd, 2023, the prosecuting attorney filed charges against Mr. Ward. During that time frame, the discovery no longer exists. I received an email from the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office intern indicating that they had there was no discovery. This in-car video is critical to Mr. Ward's defense, and I included a bit more facts in this case to support my motion than I typically because of the unique circumstances of the stop in this case. MSP pulled Mr. Ward over ostensibly for following too close and improper signal. And when I reviewed the police reports for how that happened, the police reports indicated that Mr. Ward did in fact use a turn signal, but that he turned it off too quickly, which, as I state in my brief, doesn't appear to be a crime or a basis probable cause to pull someone over for a traffic stop. The following too closely is a very interesting stop in this case because the MSP troopers were stationary on appears like one of those alleys that the police stand in. And they left that and sped up to Mr. Ward. Mr. Ward then changed lanes and, there's no indication he was speeding or committing any other traffic violation.
And then the police pulled him over for following too closely. The following too closely statute states that someone can only be pulled over if they're following too closely based on traffic conditions reasonable and prudent. Now, with the loss of the in-car video, which would show the officer zooming closer to Mr. Ward's car, I would have been able to ask questions about the nature of, how the traffic was going. Did the car that he pulled to the right behind, did that car slow down because there was an emergency vehicle?
Right.
And so without the digital discovery in this case, the defense is essentially hamstrung. Because I can't even look at that to challenge the basis of the stop. And it's now 3 years later. And it has nothing to do with Mr. Ward. Mr. Ward has been in federal detention. And so it doesn't seem to me that there's any reason or good cause for the delay in filing in this case. And it certainly prejudiced Mr. Ward's defense. And so I would ask this court to find that there's been a discovery violation that also implicates Mr. Ward's due process rights and dismiss this case for failure to provide digital discovery.
Judge, in regards to the digital discovery, there was a request made to the officer in charge, Chad Dana. And the response was that the WatchGuard system purchased all videos after 3.5 years. Because of this case being 4 years old, there were no videos available.
Yeah, but the video was available at the time the complaint was authorized. The complaint was authorized just days short of 3 years. So that gave the prosecutor's office 6 months to capture the video.
Yeah,
I know you're working at a disadvantage here, but
yeah, so it appears there was videos and essentially because it's 4 years old, it no longer exists. I understand that.
Case dismissed. It's criminal that it takes the prosecutor's office 3 years to authorize a complaint.
I understand.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Ward, do you understand what happened today?
I muted him because I was getting background noise. Mr. Ward, case dismissed. Understood? Thumbs up if you got it. You clear?
Just for clarity, the reason for the dismissal is because the video no longer exists and technically prejudiced.
She can't even prepare a defense.
Yeah.
I mean, through no fault of his own, through fault of your office. In case I didn't make that clear earlier. You're welcome. You as well, Counselor.
Oh.
Go tase somebody. Let's get something going.
Want us to call the case and so you can leave?
I guess.
I mean, did you get a hold of the school?
I got her voicemail, so I left a message.
What's this?
At 9:15.
You want me to call it, Counsel?
We asked for adjournment.
You can ask. Let's put your appearance on record. People versus Heather Booth.
Good morning, we have a nice case of coronavirus stays on behalf of Miss Heather Booth.
All right, so she was scheduled to be here this morning at 8:30, no, at 9:15. It's now 10:05. Why should I give you an adjournment? Sell me.
Yes, so I did not have a number for Miss Booth until today.
Okay.
Left a voice.
Yeah. Okay, well, at least we think we've got the right number.
Yes.
Okay, pick a Wednesday.
Is that forward or is that too soon?
It's okay with us. Yeah. 10:15?
Yes.
All right, let her know when you talk to her. She's also got an arraignment pretrial scheduled September 19th.
That's how we were able to get our new photo.
Yeah.
Because we arranged.
Yeah. So that's looks like it's possession of paraphernalia, false info to a police officer, and drove while license suspended, all scheduled September 19th. Those are by Zoom. Yeah. All right, so on this file, bond continued. September 4 is your next date.
Thank you.
You're welcome, counsel. You as well.
Notice. Thank you with the Zoom information.
We gotta do something like that. Defense counsel just went out. I'm glad to do my phone. You know how hard it is to do that on a calloused fingertip? You four all together?
Second floor security.
Hey, you mind running through your docket with people that showed up for me? Thanks. At the 8 o'clock and 8:30 time slots, I've only got two that showed up, Gilnett and Dixon. You got anybody else that showed up? 8 o'clock? Or
all the orange ones are here.
Talk to Jeff? What the hell?
Question, Judge. So when you do your purchase permits, of course, you go.
Orange is here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You go through, of course, your purchase permits to the records of Romulus Police Department because you reside in Romulus, right?
I've never had to get Romulus involved when I did, hold on, purchase permit? Yeah.
Okay. So let's just say next week you get up and you decide, for instance, you're moving to Northville Township.
Yeah.
You need to re-register with Northville Township records.
So it's registered state of Michigan.
So it's just the state of Michigan. No.
As far as I know, unless
Yeah.
it's.
Knowing you.
That was my understanding.
Yeah.
So, okay, it's only if you leave the state of Michigan would it make a difference? Probably.
Yeah, I don't think you have to tell that Michigan know you left. I think you just got to let the new state know you're there if they have that requirement.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you. You good with this, Judge?
You know what? Maybe let's go further. Let's go a little further.
I got the 845 there, they're in orange.
Would you see if you can find a file? Villa? I don't see it in there.
Which one? I might have taken it.
Cortez Villa?
Yeah, we already, it's adjourned.
Good, thanks. Once again, orange is here. That's what that means out there, right?
Orange is there, yes.
Thank you.
What's the name? Miss Under.
She's gone.
Miss Hall. Miss
I got a difference in the names of them.
Is your name on it?
Really?
One of them's more updated.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, that's enough for now. Thank you.
quite to the guns. So.
Three.
Yeah.
Cortez and West. Howard adjournment. Cortez is adjourned,
Agu?
so he's here, okay.
No, that was a no show. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Howard, Ortez, and West.
Okay, so Howard is done. Howard is in adjournment right now. Cortez adjourned. And West, he must need to. Parent W is supposed to.
Face goes below.
Can you talk to Grace because we have one on our.
I can't tell. The picture's not good enough. If that's a male, that's a really good gun. Nice. Where you going, huh?
Howard,
Boy, he's a big boy.
so. Yeah.
We got some nice animal.
Like me, you know, he works.
He's just missing.
Yeah, good job, he works to go on.
Yeah, sure.
Did you see those?
No. Just that series there.
Oh, yeah, okay, you saw.
Yeah. Nice. He probably just got back, isn't
Oh, he's right.
he? Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little late.
Says it's stamped MSU. Yes, it has a W. But they did hit the state button. Just looking. Grace entered it as a state case. It's all in white flag. Where's the local state again? City, okay, within the city. Oh, right there, the P went down into the state law spot. Guess maybe that's why she chose to do state. And make it a white flag. All right. So I'm gonna roll.
Heather, did we do something with DeLeon Garza?
Sorry?
DeLeon Garza? German? How about Griffin? 9:30?
No.
Hey, Joe? Check on Griffin at 9:30. I don't have a file. I don't have a file and I don't know if they showed up. Do you know anything about a missing file, Heather? Frederick Griffin, I don't seem to be able to find a file.
Check nice now.
The young man, that's prosecutor guy.
Unless maybe somebody gave it to the prosecutor.
Right here.
Yeah,
Okay.
somebody gave them the.
Probably, I will get to five.
How about Tal? 9:30? I don't have a file, same thing. Hey, Joe, who's pulling files out of here? Because I got a bunch of names on the docket. I don't have files.
Probably.
It's whenever they get the state asks for them, because they're usually tickets, and so they need to look at the tickets.
All right.
See if Tyler was in there, so I'm gonna be.
Who's that, Albert? Yeah.
How about Beck?
Griffin and Tyler. Beck, it was the waiver.
Here.
Hey, question for you. 9:45, Bessidich. They show up?
I don't know, Judge, I'm downstairs.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay, 273. Security,
Hey, 9:45, Bessidich. Did they show up?
9:45. What was the last name, Judge?
Bessidich, B like boy.
Yep, take it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
I had Rick and Judge.
You don't have it out there. What kind of was?
Mr. Griffin, are you going forward without an attorney? Are you using an attorney today?
No.
All right, you're waiving your right to a court-appointed attorney, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so you met with the prosecutor?
Stand right there at the podium. Yeah.
All right, it says here that you've agreed to an adjournment for 2 weeks, right? All right, so we'll get your court date. We'll give you notice. Just have a seat. We'll give you a paper notice to come back in 2 weeks. That'll be by Zoom.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay.
No, you're good.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, Tyler was just missing file.
There.
You think it might be in this house?
Like,
Is there any rhyme or reason the way you spend
the way that we called, and way. It wasn't very long ago.
To her sisters. Her sisters going, okay, this is. He was up there. She's got duck herding dogs.
There's no Terry send you this way.
Oh, I gave you some. Judge, it looks like that was.
Oliver was?
Tolliver, yes.
Okay.
Medical reasons.
Maybe do Jordan Lane, 10 o'clock. I don't think we did. And I don't have I do have a file on that one.
You sure you don't?
I do, no. And then the rest are all civil infractions. So the only files I've got left are Olivia and Gall. I don't know what happened with Mr. Bowditch and those two.
Looks like he's in there yapping away right now.
All right,
Joe.
Ms. Weinberg's file.
Which, okay, yeah, we're waiting on that.
Jordan Lane, scheduled at 10. Bessidich, which I've been told he's here. Or at least checked in. And then Peterson. That's it. Mr. Bowditch, what do you have?
Your Honor, I have, the two gentlemen in custody are both tentatively expected to be released on tether. I'm just adjourning these matters, hopefully till October 2nd, both matters.
Gaw and Olivio.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. Sir, state your name.
I'm Ishmael Olivo.
All right, Mr. Olivo, we're going to adjourn this matter till September 2nd. No, October 2nd.
All right, but.
He should be out of custody then, Your Honor, should be in person.
All right. We'll do that. That's going to be with me, so that's going to be live. We'll do it at 9:15.
All right, thank you, man.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Gall, Your Honor, is set for a final pretrial.
Final pretrial with complainant to appear?
Correct. We're suggesting the October 2nd date, Your Honor. Prosecutor is aware of the final pretrial.
Thank you. Purple, we're ready for Mr. Gaw if we can.
Stay right here, Mr. Gall. Morning, Your Honor. This is defendant Gall.
Thank you. Mr. Gaw, Mr. Bowditch tells me that you've agreed to an adjournment for October 2nd, correct?
Yes, sir.
9:15 in the morning, my courtroom live.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, bond is continued.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor. All the best to you and your staff.
Always, Mr. Corporal. Thank you for your help. We got no afternoon exams today?
No, because we.
How the hell did we do that?
We did that homicide.
And they adjourned the damn thing. Damn it, I hate to lose time.
So next week could be very busy.
If they don't adjourn on me again.
Let me do it from Stafford.
That would be awesome. Awesome. From the golf course?
Up in the golf course.
With your wooden shaft drivers?
And your rubber balls.
And my kill.
I wonder, are the balls dark colored, I bet?
No, I think they're like, they're not bright white, they're kind of down.
Are they the same size as a golf ball?
I bet they're
I
different.
don't think there is.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet they're different. Probably not vastly different, but I bet they're different.
You're simulating golf.
Yeah.
That's why I dress
It's
it.
very cool. You know, Ryan Lowe spent a lot of time over there. He went over there for a bar trip, and then he just went out on his own after the bar trip, and just like back road, you know, the pubs, the locals would tell him, oh, you got to go here, you got to go there, and it's phenomenal trip. Council, what do you got?
He's got a free here.
Stevens just, they didn't give me the tickets. They said, just go put them on the record, but.
Probably don't have to do that. Just hand her the paperwork.
Well, this is my paperwork. You put them back.
Oh, you didn't get anything for us.
Can you let us behind know that I need the tickets with the, because he has the tickets, I put them on in the. Yeah.
Stevens Disposal is the client.
None of mine. Maybe I can. Goodbye.
You tell Amanda from Watsonville Woods, she's probably not in the right spot.
Michelle, yeah, Michelle chatter.
I can handle it, guys.
Thank you. Is anybody doing landlord tenant today?
Judge Green did some.
Are we ready on Weinberg? All right. Come on up, appearances again, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Christian Anderson for the people, P84088.
Morning, Your Honor. Tim Gamber, Ms. Weinberg, P7819.
What'd we come up with?
Judge, the people, I believe we have a resolution in this case, defendant Oakley guilty to count one, domestic violence. The people will enter a sentence recommendation, that, the plea be pursuant to MCL 769.4A. Defendant would be sentenced to 1 year probation, no contact with Michael Weinberg. Defendant must complete batteries intervention and substance abuse evaluation and any recommended treatment. Any other plans and feelings ordered by the court.
That's my name is Kim, as well, that is confusing. It's my understanding that she's gonna be sent for a PSI and then we'll come back for.
Correct. Yeah.
Just so that I can. that this plea is not gonna be entered into a record that's discoverable by anybody until the time of sentencing. Is that right?
Correct.
Then won't be on any document or any.
Correct. Well, it'll be in our docket. I mean, there'll be a sentencing scheduled.
Still have the ability
Right.
to request, to withdraw this plea at a future date if that's. Okay.
Correct. So what happens is I'm going to send you, matter of fact, you're probably going to schedule it before you leave the building. You'll schedule an interview with my probation department. You'll come back, you'll sit down with them. Based on that interview, they're going to put together a report and a recommendation. You and counsel will have a chance to look at that report and recommendation. I'll look at it, then the three of us will get together for a sentencing date. And we'll talk about sentencing. And just to try to give you some peace of mind, everything that I've just heard as a recommendation is generally what I would expect to happen anyhow. All right. So I'm not anticipating that they're going to come back and say, oh, this woman needs to go to jail for 93 days. That's not going to happen. All right. It could come back that they don't think all this stuff is necessary. And if they don't think it's necessary, I'm probably not going to order it, which is why I wanted everybody to know I'm not tying my hands with a recommendation between the parties until I get my people involved in what should be done. Understood? Okay. All right. So let's take a plea. Did you discuss your rights with counsel? You understand those rights and the options they give you. All right. You understand the possible penalty for the charge. Okay. Counsel, would you voir dire? Give me the facts I need. July 16th is the incident date.
This one, we're going July 16th, 2024. You were involved in a domestic incident, is that correct?
Yes.
You were arrested for that incident?
Yes.
And you were responsible for the incident, that you were arrested for?
Yeah.
And the victim, the alleged victim, is your ex-husband, is that correct?
We're still married.
Husband of.
Headed to our exfil? You're headed to being exes? Divorce is in process. All right. Did you put your hands on him that day without his permission?
Right.
Okay. Without his permission? Correct? You satisfied? All right. I'll accept the plea and send you to probation. Okay? All right. Bond is continued. Anything else? All right. Good luck. Mr. Bowditch, you might be done. I think.
He said he didn't have an attorney.
Yeah. I asked him point blank, did you waive your attorney? What do we do? Oh, all right. Yeah. Yeah, it got adjourned. Okay. I think you are. Well, I don't know. I got Mr. Lane, that's misdemeanors. Mr. Lane was scheduled at 10. It's 10:29. So in a minute you can leave.
Yes, sir.
That just leaves us. Wolf is going to be at 11, right? Peterson, the bond.
I thought.
Who would-
And then that was from the other.
What time? What time you got west?
8:30.
Yeah, I don't have him on my list. No, I do. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. West is crossed off.
Okay. Yes, he's, okay.
Do we know who the people are back there? Yeah, victims on the Wyberg. So
We don't do return date, big judge.
from probation. Yeah, probation. Yeah, if you go down to probation, they'll probably tell you, schedule sentencing for you. Yeah, because Joe seemed to know that I know the brown hair. Joe seemed to know that the brown hair when she walked in.
Yeah, she's a mom.
Oh, he actually liked her a lot.
Do you have the final control times on tension or cheese and oil?
All right, Joe, I think we're done until 11 o'clock. We can take these down to Mackenzie if you want to.
Well, clears out.
Yeah, no hurry.
Oh, I didn't have that as yours. Oh. Yeah, that's-
That goes to Mackenzie.
I mean. Resident or former resident of a household. Randy Ortiz. Yeah. Oh.
Hey, Joe? Yeah.
MEIDT signed it, is he in your department?
Are these coming from-
No, from what's her name? Yeah, yes, that's coming from McKenna.
Okay.
Yes.
No, he got our cards. I always check these, so I must have missed that one. Sorry about that. So
No,
that
that's
makes
fine.
me gosh.
Oh, so she does know. I'll take it back.
Yep. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. That's all I have to say.
Yes, I Weinberg, Ned. Well, yeah. All right, perfect. Thank you.
And I will hang around and update my notes for a little bit. If you need me. Pleasure being back. I go stir crazy if I haven't worked for like 3 days. So 3 days.
Were you guys like in training every day? Where were you guys at work or?
We were at the Guardian building. And also, I didn't play school. What you done? What?
You didn't get to go out of state or?
Per diem or someplace cool to go, like.
Which I mean, I like, yes, it was 3 weeks, there's gonna be it. If they told me they were sending me right back to 3 weeks, then. Tantrums. Because. I was gonna take care of the dogs for 3 weeks and they don't pay us for hotels. Ahead of time, they make us pay out of pocket and reimburse us. And our annual reimbursement limit for training, hotel, et cetera, altogether was like $1,000, so there's no way
Oh, wow.
they could have. And we were still running delegates.
That was a lot.
And we meet a ton of new people, just very, very excited. We have a ton of people fresh out of school who don't even have team members yet. And I'm excited to have so many people, but the issue was the training was geared towards
that.
Yeah. It was anyone, I think I could hear about 2.5, 3 years people was for the first year and a half, exposed and but it's too much more because things and it's like our little presentation Robert and I have one presentation.
So they wasted a lot of. Oh, guys' times when you could have been working and gone to the conference or whatever you needed.
Yeah, I could have, I like the one about search warrants was really good because I are confident in search warrants. We did have one of the presenters for on-call, for instance, search warrants like the flood trials, which I obviously have experience in. He told us to, the APD in charge of it, he told us that we could, oh yeah, the DPD detector, all you. Then you use the verbal permission. Those the 2 days I've seen it. And then someone raised their hand, like, do we have the meeting in like 2 weeks? And then we sign it and send it back to them. So it's prepared. Like, oh, yeah, you can do that if you want to. She's going to trust DPD as far as I can. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Looking after. But like, I'm just very paranoid about the period. The first thing they tell me the lawsuit was if the kingdom was on it, you read it with blood on my eyeballs. Cause I'm responsible, but I've been hidden shooting. And the judge actually. So there was one portion of the training where we were supposed to do a DP on like Friday afternoon. Stuff in the whole play. She's the training. She's shooting shut off once. She's one. Don't let it go. When we had to go in the office. I go to the office, you know, in tears when I first started. Fine, they wanted me to. Was not on it. Discovery. I'd get screaming phone calls. So I didn't have, that was my first time screaming it. That's when it was not doing. So I would go to the house and like. She's so so when they, and Nicole knows this because and she's feeling soldiers. So she's like, you know, I mean, if you here's no sign, so you just take it. She's like, seems like this is trust. Here's one, maybe. She's like, and then Tommy Colshan, who does the Duty rescue training, so that she very cool. It's very it's I hugged Nicole. She had I submitted one form to her that she signed. And then when she submitted it to the judge, they took a page out. And then I called them. She got more, and thank God she keeps talking to me. Because she's like, oh wait, there's a page missing. The problem cost page is missing. Right. Pardon me, officer, I didn't get judge would actually do anything. Maybe she not, but like it's getting to the point that it's impossible to be pretty, but it's so like I'm no, it was non-fatal shooting. Yeah. He's got 4 other cases and just there was no investigation. So DPD's
damage.
okay. Oh my God. I'm so jealous. You got killed. I'm so. Are you like in like a particular like plan or anything? No. Okay. That's so amazing. Where are you gonna stay? Yeah. Nice. We did. We want to do Edinburgh next week. Yeah. We did. We flew into Inverness and we stayed in like the Highlands. So we didn't do like the classes and stuff and just did some like fun because we only had like 4 days there. And we did like the Loch Ness tour because I like silly touristy things. There's so much to see. I mean, we could have stayed there a week. And that was.
I said, hey, I'm getting clip of like stashable stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'll go. I want to go for this golf.
You go, yeah, because I know we're going.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Henry Shafts, rubber ball.
Oh my god, that's what interesting. That's amazing. You have to say, okay, you have to take lots of pictures of you got the thing in the kill.
The judge told him to zoom out.
Please.
We go.
One.
You don't even make my day. I'm definitely making. You want to, and you're gonna be near all the castles and things. Yeah.
James will give
It's what the time difference is.
I think it's 6. Well, I mean, at least like, well, Paris is, or not Paris, but in Italy and stuff, it was 6 hours.
So 1 hour close.
So you'd be like 5 hours.
Hours. So it'd be like, it's 10 now, so that'd be 5 hours for me.
I lost all sense of like even if we had more time, we would have done that, but like I said, we'll need a couple days. That's
still.
That's what yeah, that's the way to do it.
You know, so these are scratches.
Paint, yeah.
We can do.
Yeah. You're gonna have some visions. It was amazing last. I did. I loved all the stuff we did.
I'll catch you. I just
like every time she like every transit station, which is on so we were intoxicated her. Unfortunately, it was very How hard is it to understand the accents? I didn't have an issue with it, but full disclosure, I am a history nerd. I love like any historical drama and the outlander.
Okay.
My husband, he likes it, but he won't admit it. So, but he called it, and I don't know if the fact that he doesn't, my husband, you know, he grew up in India, he doesn't have an accent because he came over here when he was young. But I wonder if that might have I don't know if that influences his ability to understand it. He had more trouble understanding it. He called it Harry Potter gibberish.
Yeah.
But I was able to understand most of it.
So you say they get that.
Yeah. I just thought it was so cute. I was like, oh my gosh, stop. It was so fun. How long are you going for?
I'm Sunday come back.
That's amazing.
I took Monday off just
Yeah.
back home, so.
Yeah. What airline are you flying to? Okay, that's what we did. Delta was very good. Well, are you sure? Are you gonna be in the next?
I think it was.
We had to go, we wanted to. We went to Detroit to Amsterdam, and then we went to Amsterdam to
See what you call it. So just give us a time.
I tried to give you time and you still say, what? Let me put my glasses on. Then you get your glasses on, you're like, what? Yeah,
It's
yeah.
easier to start going up there, you know, I have a time.
I usually give it time, I don't, he doesn't. He gives you guys names.
Right. Then you gotta, whoever, so you can hear that. Okay.
Yeah,
This is
everything.
Yeah. He didn't have jobs.
Oh, that's amazing.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Do you want earlier in the morning or later? And it's gonna be by Zoom.
Just fine.
8:45 is okay? Okay.
Did you fly Delta really?
No, don't want to. Hold on.
You're delegating. From the morning, yeah. And it was thinking.
Oh, 30 days. You're on it?
Right, thank you.
Yep. Just make sure it's paid in 30 days.
All right, if check is fine, just mail it to the court.
Yep, perfect.
Take your number, thank you.
Yep.
I don't trust them to do that.
We're running the gate and the plane's backing up. We're,
Yeah.
then we had to spend it in the plane.
Oh,
We're running and we get out of there, sure enough. And then they held the plane. Like, we said,
yes.
yeah, I think they must do that a lot internationally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here,
Yeah.
trans,
Yeah. I blindly follow Karthik through the airports because he's been navigating those literally since he was a child. And then I had to I think he taught me how to do an Amsterdam one. Teach me, okay, you didn't teach me how to navigate the airport. This is amazing. I'd be so confused.
We'll fight straight.
So nice. Andrew. I really felt it. Awesome. I'm so jealous. Yeah. And they have HBO. They have in-flight HBO. I think I watched. Have you heard of the show True Detective? Not on the first season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I watched the entire first season of True Detective.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
It was, I think, their best one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I tried to watch the second, and then I watched the fourth one. Fourth one was okay, but I couldn't get into the second and third one. But I'm picky with crime dramas anyway because this job ruins everything.
He's gone down. How racist he is. They're both like hornball.
Which one? Eastbound and Down, and what else?
Racist. They both have a name, right?
I've heard Regis James.
Name, right? I think he's 40, but I know it's just
Yeah.
senses.
Yeah.
Like my voice, she likes intellectual. I mean, like,
Yeah. No, no. I like both because sometimes you need to just share. So
And then I have to, yeah, I have watched historical.
Yeah.
History, movies.
Yeah.
It's just deep.
Yeah. Yeah, I like because it's like, why would you want to like normal shows, something normal time? Because he likes, I think it's called Ripper. It's
Reacher.
Oh, Reacher, yes. He's gonna laugh so hard. He's gonna try and forget me to watch.
Just because he's ripped.
Yeah, I think that's a going around beating everyone up.
When actually it's a Tom Cruise person. Remember Tom Cruise was John Reacher? Yeah, this guy is like 6'4", you know, all huge muscles. And he's as dumb as a box of rocks. He reminds you of John Cena.
Yeah.
And it's just like he's never, he just looks so dumb, but he walks around and boom.
Yeah. Yes. My mom loves it.
So does Scott.
Yeah.
It's just so stupid. Look
Yeah.
how dumb he looks. Just this big old guy. You know.
No.
Oh my God.
That's easy for me. No. That's too close to home. That sounds like jail calls.
Oh my
By
God.
the way, she was a probation officer in the federal government.
Oh my gosh.
How
Pretty
do
sure.
I so not, I just need to, or not, I'm sure, something like.
You know, you're breaking up.
And a driving model, we don't even know what does abstract actually, but.
So that's too close to home.
Device. And you have a 771.
Show is
Correct.
MasterChef. We love MasterChef.
I'm sorry.
I don't know, maybe it's the same.
No.
And here's.
Yep, okay.
Which I
Yeah.
can.
I did,
So like I
well, no, I think that is, or it is.
I started watching.
Put an S.
You know, little pages in undergrad.
Abstract thought.
So I think I'm like working.
Thank you very much. I just forgot how to do that.
Like
All right.
crafting research steel tips and things like that. Like, so. I think the painting master chef force him to watch. He'll do. But his secrets also. Stars.
Okay.
It's very good. Very. It's like. But I don't know. He's like, why do you like preach it? But like. Every day. I really don't. I mean, you see this. So many lists that
Yeah.
it cannot resemble a fact pattern that I saw in any shape or form. Yeah.
He's falling down. I don't know. It's just maybe a little too far.
Nope, there was even a.
Streaming. While I'm up here, I should be home and you, I read. I get hurt. Be showing this to the judge.
Oh, I know what it was. I had a big X on my back. See?
He's talking about telling different.
Oh, he got me when I dressed in full, you know, kilt regalia, and a big X on my back. Well, that's what I was.
No one's on.
I'll think about it. That's smart. No. I thought it was a genius. Nobody got it.
I love
I
it.
thought it was a total genius.
I love Cons, so that is amazing as far as I'm concerned.
For how long, guys? Yeah. Thought it was a genius, Jack.
They're for the 11 o'clock soon.
Okay. Hell yeah, my job.
Um, but
Good job, baby.
while I'm up here, I am gonna be out of town on the 18th. I don't know who's covering for me yet.
Oh, okay.
Part of the cardio fellowship interview in Miami. So.
Oh, fingers crossed that he doesn't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, you love him. Yeah, I would. I'll have 5 years in February, but I can't, so I can leave in most states, but not Florida. Florida doesn't have any reciprocity.
So you gotta go to the.
I would have to retake, yeah. So because you don't really have any control of applying to fellowship, because it's. I hate the system, I could give a speech on it, but it's like sorority recruitment. You get interviews and then they rank you, the programs rank you based on what you rank the programs. And then the computer matches you. And it's terrible. But we wouldn't have to move until June, where he does get match someone else. He's applying to fellowships in the area. So, one season. You've ever seen that movie? She's 2 years. But we got really lucky that he did residency over here, but so I'm a little bit stressed between December, like we'll figure out in December.
So he just has that one interview right now in Miami.
He's got one in Miami. He's got a very solid. He had an interview in Alabama. He liked that program. It was one of his friends from residency moved down there and got the attending position, and they paid a lot of money because it's in Mobile, Alabama. And I would like living in a rural. It is. It's on the water. He had never been there before. He goes down there to see it. He's like, oh man, you know, it was weird. I went down there. I was thinking of your picture. I was like, Scott, I don't know who made you think that. He's like, just because it's all. I'm like, bless your heart. But he's like, there's just this tall brown grass everywhere. I'm like, swamp. He's like, and then, you know, turkey looking eagle, you know, fishing next fishing sign. He's like, oh yeah, keep your spot. So he's less enthusiastic. Now. Oh yeah, I could get. It's exactly what I would get. I would get like a big bunch of dogs and horses. And if I can't find a job down there, I won't be staying at home after he finishes residency. Yeah, I don't know if we stay home dogs. But if I go to Florida, because they have little Florida regions, I could charge someone with FA alligators. Like I saw one article, it was like Florida man throws alligator through Wendy's drive-through window at employee. I thought that's FA alligator. Yes. So alligators love it, dangerous looking as an alligator. And that would be kind of neat, but it'd be something. He could be in person.
Yeah. If you live in Florida and you have a big movie of you.
Oh yeah, and he's looking at other states too. But I think he's applied to every state except Alaska.
Oh, Alaska, he'd probably get picked in a minute, and
yeah,
it'd be because the one lady that I know, her son, he now works in Washington, who's working here for a long time, whatever, and then he took a job in Washington, and what they do is it's like 6 weeks on and then you're off.
Yeah.
So you go to Alaska and you work there for so many weeks.
Yeah, and then they just fly you back.
Yep, and you just get paid outrageous.
Yeah.
It's like unbelievable. So her son's doing that.
Yeah.
Because he and his wife enjoy the outdoors. They love everything.
Oh, that's perfect.
So yeah, it was absolutely perfect.
That's perfect. Because you get all the benefits of Alaska and they probably have a place up there, but you don't have to. But you get the benefits of also living there.
Yep.
So yeah, there's so much else out. That's a secret. Don't want to retake it. I don't like my job.
Still, if you went to Alabama, would you have?
No.
So it's just Florida,
California,
the attorney and prosecutor. Attorney Mohammed is handling it for.
Are we ready on the Peterson matter?
People are ready, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I'm ready, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right. Bond discussion, go ahead.
All right, so Attorney Robert Burton Harris sends his regards. He wasn't able to make it today. My name is Joy Mohammed. I'm standing in for him. As you know, this court released our client, Mr. Peterson, on a previous bond on July 17th. And then he was given another bond because of a violation when he was stopped in Wyandotte. So as you know, Mr. Peterson has been under extreme amount of stress, life-changing event. This first time he's had not criminal interaction, but police interaction in his 25 years. And so we tried to advocate for him to have his bond reinstated. However, that was denied. The current plea offer to resolve this matter in Wyandotte is a deferred sentence. So we don't see the cause for him to have to be remanded back into jail for this sentence when this is greater than the underlying bond violation. So pretrial release is not really a matter of gamemanship. So it appears as if the prosecutor is trying to backdoor her way into holding Mr. Peterson in custody for 6 or 7 months until his trial happens. And that's not the purpose. It's a protection of the community to prevent flight risk. Mr. Peterson is not a flight risk. He has multiple ties in the community. So we really don't see a reason for his initial bond on his initial personal bond to be revoked. And the second request is explicitly unaffordable, considering the bond factors listed in MCR 6.106F for anything other than a punitive sanction. So that's pretty much the summary of why we're here today. And we kind of go through those bond motions, those bond requirements in our motion. But if Your Honor has any questions, I think it's pretty straightforward.
Thank you. On behalf of the people.
Your Honor, I know defense counsel submit a motion. Did you have an opportunity to read that?
I did.
Okay. So we just argued this last week with Judge Green. I don't have anything new to add. I would just ask that the bond remain the same. He was given an opportunity with a personal bond. Obviously, I argued against that. And then he went out and he violated that bond with a new drug charge. Your Honor, I would ask that bond would remain and not be lowered again.
Anything else, ladies?
No, Your Honor.
Well, for me, simply that there are other options other than jail time, right? A verbal reprimand, surrender of his driver's license, tether, there are so many other options that are more fitting for this case. Because if you go through the MCR 6.106 F1 factors, Mr. Peterson, he hits each one for under conditional release, or simply because he is being charged with something is not grounds to hold him in custody, Your Honor. Pretty much all.
All right. Anything else?
Nope. Oh.
Okay. I like my bond on the 17th of July. I still like it. $1 million personal. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
And that's it. Other. Joe. It's interesting. Burton Harris's bond motion. He said that for whatever reason, when they arraigned him in Wyandotte on the 2 Xanax pills, his attorney wasn't able to address bond. They didn't give him the option.
Oh, really?
Dave, you've done a good job today, Joe. So, have you changed that at least?
Oh, I haven't literally cheated.
It's not gonna mess up your swim, is it?
I golfed Sunday. Didn't do basketball.
Is it healing? No, but I mean,
It's healing.
is it stitching together without stitches?
But I'd like to say
Butterfly at least?
no.
Crazy little butterfly, dude.
Wow.
This was just a series of butterflies. Yeah, that was. Was that when it happened? Or that was it?
Well, yeah, it's couple days.
Is it closed in more than that?
Yeah,
I'll bet you don't do this with it.
No, I don't. And you know what? Living down. He's not living down, so it's.
I told him, so, no, you might forget all about it.
Yeah.
While Joe stays or.
Thank you. I'll get the door.
All right, so we're done for the day, right? Correct. All right,